Kayak Sport Skeg. This Skeg comes standard in all our kayaks that have Skegs and the ones that are done aftermarket, except for the S14 and the S14 LV. A couple of things you should know about the Skeg to start with. It does come with a little hole in the back here, so you can put, I believe it's some 1 or 2 mil cord in there, and you can tie it through this, and that can help pull this down if you should get some rocks, stones stuck up here to stop the Skeg moving. If you do need to service the Skeg, it's a pretty easy deal. As you can see, the Skeg is slightly foiled, so when it's down, it stays efficient even with the slight yawing of the boat. What you will need is a small Phillips head screwdriver, and we're just going to take the Skeg out, and that way that's like the ultimate service. So all we're going to do is we're going to undo the 2 little cover screws. I'm going to store them in the boat, that way we won't lose them. There's also a wire cover in here. It's like a little plastic sleeve, and you'll notice it says up at the bow end and down at the stern end. I don't know if you can see that on that, but it's worth remembering for when you put the boat back together. So once I've got those off, basically I just got to wiggle these things out of here. As you can see, little plastic pieces. Another one. And there is one more screw left under here. This is the set screw that holds the wire to the toggle. Back that one out, being careful not to lose it. Again, storing it in the boat. This allows the toggle to come off. As you can see, the toggle and the guide, 2 separate pieces. Remember, the up end goes to the bow. Going now down to the stern of the boat, if I grab the Skeg and move it forwards and wiggle it back, all I really have to do is unhook this. Inside the Skeg box is a bar. The bar sits through the the front end of the Skeg there. You can see the wire comes down this way. To get it back in, we want to push as much of the wire back into the tube as we can and hook, there we go, hook the front of the Skeg there onto the bar. Then sliding it back up, you can see the wire moves. If I move it all the way this way, there's almost no wire left. As I move it this way, that's how the Skeg works, obviously. So, putting it back together. First thing to do, make sure I've got my sheath lined the right way and my toggle aligned on. Then, making sure that the wire fits into the back side of the toggle. Let's do it easy. We'll do it the way you can see it easiest. There we go. Then if we bend it up this way, holding it with our finger, excuse me while I reach across, I can take my set screw, just get it started here. The closer I get it to the end, the more movement I have of my Skeg. The further down I have, the less far the Skeg can go down, but the more likely the Skeg will come up if I hit something on the bottom. So I'm going to leave it fairly close to the end for maximum movement. Then I'm going to snug the set screw down in. You'll notice that I'm keeping this toggle, the handle, the slider, in the same plane this way and this way. If you do it while it's upside down, then it twists the wire and it makes it hard for it to work. So I bent it back this way tightened it up. Then we're going to take the cover and we're going to have to slide this on from the back side because of the little cover. We slide it on the back side because there's a wire guide in the back. Now we're going to take this guy and we're going to lay it in the Skeg box for the front. Then lining up the holes with the screw holes, we drop the two pieces in. And then using our same small screwdriver, we're going to snug these screws down tight enough that they're going to stay in place, but not too tight because we don't want to strip the plastic. And now we want to check for function. Does the Skeg go up and down? When we move the toggle. Now you know how to take the whole Skeg apart into all its pieces, which means you now know how to service it. Super handy if in case you get grit or dirt in it, or if you should damage the line. That way you can just apply. To buy a new Skeg. With the new Skeg you'll get the new wire and make it work. You can only re-straighten a kinked wire once or twice before it just doesn't work well inside the tubing. Kayak Sport Skeg service.